Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In. I'm a crackhead update. My old lady's sister is over here. On the weekend, she come over and hang out with us. And she either drive herself back home. She live out in Frisco. Or we go pick her up and take her back home. Anyway, we went walking this morning. It's kind of cloudy outside. A few drops of rain fall here and there. And we was walking by this park, J.W. Ray Park, and there sits Super Crip. He called me, he came over, he said, "Damn, School, you got two snow bunnies." My old lady's sister name is Lovely, that's her name. And she is pretty as hell. No clown makeup on, no long fake ass eyelashes, fake nails, she ain't got none of that shit on her. She pretty. And they fit. They work out in it 4 or 5 times a week in the gym. And my old lady do Muay Thai. And she had fit. She coke bottle shape. And he was sizing them up. He said, "Yeah, man, they look like them California girls, man. Oh, my mama, man. Oh, my mama, man. That's how they look out there in Cali, man. I can't wait to get back to Cali, man. I'm tired of these Texas motherfuckers, man. I'm tired of y'all, man. Y'all can have this. I'm going back to Cali." I said, "Yeah, man." I said, we got to get our walk in, man. I'll catch up later. "Yeah, School, ain't nothing wrong with working out, man. On my mama, man. I'm going to do a little something later on my mama." And we walked on off. And we left Super Crip sitting there looking crazy. He's sizing my old lady and her sister up. Boy, he was sizing them up. That's my crackhead update. Y'all know what it is. Get your shanks out, and let's get ready to ride. I speak on, Texas had inmate guards before the federal judge intervened and abolished it. The guards were inmates. They had the fox guarding the hen house. And it worked. I got to give it to them. It worked. The reason why it failed because it was uncontrolled violence. These guys can assault you anytime they want to. And the ward going to go their bond. Ain't nothing going to happen to them. They can assault you with a weapon or with bare hands. Ain't nothing going to happen. The prison had rules, then the inmates had rules. So it's damn if you do and damn if you don't. A lot of those guys, some of the wards had a policy, special wildcat. If you whooped at one of those inmate guards, he'd fire his ass. Put him back in the field or give him a job change to the furniture factory somewhere. If you could whoop one of them ass. So they were slick. Only time they would fight a guy head up is they know for a fact they could beat this guy up. Now, majority of the inmate guards was in top physical shape. And some of them wasn't no small guys. These are big ass fucking dudes. And they in top physical shape. Now, they not used to being questioned by normal inmates. Nobody asking them anything. Normally people avoid them like you would do somebody with COVID-19. You avoid these guys. You don't want to have no problem with them whatsoever. You don't want to be their main focus. Because you finna have a bad day if they focus on you. Well, occasionally some of those guys will screw up. Lose their job. Get transferred to other prisons. And we had this guy, at the time, I was working in Wildcat's office. And this guy come over there, came to Ramsey. He was transferred from the Walls unit in Huntsville. Now, he was an inmate guard at the Walls unit. And he done pissed the wrong people off over there, and they getting rid of his ass. They sent him down to Ramsey. And I read the report. It didn't say actually what he did. I read his file. It didn't say what he actually did at the Walls to make him transfer. But I know it was something. Well, anyway, this guy called himself Robot. He's 6'9", but he's muscular 6'9". You can tell this guy in top physical shape. He's big as hell. You can tell this man work out. The walls is not a bad place, even back in the day. But they would whoop your ass at the walls. They wasn't nothing compared to Ramsey or Eastham or Ellis or Retrieve Unit. It wasn't nothing compared to those prisons. But you still would get your ass whooped at the walls if you did the wrong thing. So anyway, they transferred this guy there. And lucky when the chain came in, Cat was in the office. He wasn't doing anything. So he asked me, he said, how many came on the chain? I think 3 guys came. 2 guys coming back from getting eyeglasses at the Walls unit. So they ain't got to go in the chain room. They go on back to their living quarters. But if you're new to that unit, you got to wait in the chain room until you're interviewed by Cat. Or if Cat is not there, Bear will talk to you. You're going to see one or the other. And I told Cat, I said, you got one on the chain. He said, well, go get him. Let him go and get these interviews over with. Go get him. Tell him, bring him on down here. So I go down to the chain room. And I said, say, man, what they call you? They call me Robot, man. I looked at him, I said, all right. Well, he got the size. And he walked like a robot. You can tell he one of these guys love to throw his weight around. He's 6'9". He got the size to do it with. He's not no slender 6'9". I'm talking a muscular 6'9". And you go in there to see Cat. I tell him the little procedure going to Cat's office. I say, man, the warden just call him Cat. He said, yeah, I've heard about Wildcat. I said, well, you just call him Cat. You ain't got to say Warden Anderson. You ain't got to say yes, sir, no, sir. You can talk to him just like he's an inmate. I said, that's how you talk to him, just like you're an inmate. You ain't got to water nothing down, just talk to the man. He said, all right, man. He said, and I looked at his file. He had been locked up 14 years. So he prison smart, but he did all his time at the Walls unit. It's a whole different environment between the Walls unit in Huntsville and the Ramsey unit down in Brazoria. That's a totally different environment. Totally different. Ramsey's out in the damn woods. And everything go at the Ramsey unit. It ain't nothing like the Walls. Walls is a showcase prison where they bring the newspaper people in and visit and show them how Texas prison look. They don't bring them in Ramsey and show them how that motherfucker look. So this guy get in front of Cat. Cat asked me, he said, where did you work at the... He already know it's wrote on your file. He said, where did you work at the Walls? And he said, I was on building. That means you was the inmate guard. He said, well, you got to earn your keep here. He said, normally we don't take no guys from other prisons and give them status when they get here. You got to earn it. He said, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make you a porter. Cat just ain't going to screw over this guy. He worked for the system. He made him a porter. Now, Ramsey had 2 different type of inmate guards. One is the building tender. And the building tender got porters who work for them. Ain't that amazing? Inmates got inmates work for them. Now, these guys is the one who cleans up, pass the sheets, take all the dirty laundry. They do the cleanup. Mop the floor, sweep, do all that. Porters do that. Inmate guards don't do that. You never see them touch no mop room. They not going to do it. They got inmates who work for them. So he made this guy a porter. Now, Walls ain't got porters. And no other prison I've been at had porters but the Ramsey unit. Ramsey 1, Ramsey 2 had porters and inmate guards. Now, if you got your ass whooping and it got out of control, the porter's going to join in with the inmate guards. On some, like, Ramsey had big-ass cell blocks. He had about 8 porters assigned to that cell block. And 10 inmate guards. Because Ramsey, before they divided the cell blocks, like 7 wing, they made an east side and a west side, 2 different cell blocks. But back in the day, that was one big cell block. You could go around to the other side. You can go anywhere you want to go in that cell block. It was all one cell block. So this guy asked him, said, what do a porter do? He said, well, a porter, well, you cleans up. Or he said, the head building tender on whatever wing I put you on, he'll tell you what your job assignment is, what you do. So he said, Warden, I heard you had a boxing team over here. He said, yeah, we got a boxing team. He said, well, I box heavyweight. He said, yeah, we got the heavyweight champion of the Southern Prison. He's housed at this unit. His name is Johnny Armstrong. He housed at this prison. He the baddest man in the South. See, nobody at the Southern Prison can whoop this guy. But back in the day, they didn't have all the prisons they got now. They just had, for the South, they had Ramsey 1, Ramsey 2, Retrieve Unit, Clemens Unit, the Central Unit, just the 1, just the 2. That was the Southern units. That was it. Then they had the Northern units, where the Walls, Eastham, Ferguson, Goree, which was a female prison back then, the Wynn Unit, Cofield. Those were the Northern units. They didn't have all these units they got now. Was no pack units, beat over, none of that. So, he say, can you fight? Now, this guy's about cat size. Cat is 6'8" himself. And he said, can you fight? He said, I got a hell of a boxing game. Ain't nobody in the North can whoop me. You know, we done read about him in the prison newspaper, the Echo. Back then, they'd print people's name, what prison they're at. You could shout out people. They stopped all that shit. Back in the day, the prison newspaper, you could keep up with the unit news. What's going on in other units. Now, they didn't discuss the violence, but they tell you who won the boxing, who won the basketball tournament. They tell you all that information. So we done heard of this guy, seen his name in the Echo. He said, well, gonna put you on the wing where Johnny Armstrong is located. You'll be on 7th wing. And let me know how that turned out with you and Johnny Armstrong. He said, I imagine you'll get a chance to meet him. So they put the guy to 7th wing. He came in talking shit. By him being a former inmate guard, the ones there really ain't gonna bother him. But he had a little cell partner. Small guy. He came in, took the bottom bunk from that guy, packed all this shit, threw it out on the run. Dude was sitting there watching TV looking and said, damn, this dude here, the disrespectful son of a bitch here, he don't give a damn about nobody. But he don't know he in a whole different environment than the Walls unit. They got some guys in here gonna challenge him. And John Armstrong hadn't seen him. He was in his cell doing something when this guy moved in. And he asked Lion Willie. He said, how that guy look? He said, man, that's a big ass fucking dude there, man. He said, yeah, shit, that's just the kind I like. So he sent Lion Willie up to his cell. He tell Lion Willie, say, go up there and tell that fool to come out here, man. They was already back there boxing and guys were wrapping up and all that shit. Well, you know, Ramsey, they gave you an option. You can fight with gloves or you can fight with fists. You pick which one you want. And he told Lion Willie, say, stop by my cell and get my gloves. He gonna use the leather gloves, not the boxing gloves. That means he planning on punishing this fucker. So Lion Willie go up to his cell. The dude cursed Lion Willie out. Get your little punk ass away from my cell. You don't come delivering no message to me. Get your bitch ass away from my cell. Lion Willie come running back down the stairs. Say, man, that dude was gonna jump me. He said, that's all right. I got him. So he go up, he said, say, man, he said, I'm Johnny Armstrong. He said, yeah, you the guy who Cat was telling me about. He said, yeah. He said, I don't know what Cat told you. He said, well, he told me you supposed to be a bad motherfucker. He said, I'm bad too. He said, I've been knocking holes out for years. He said, who you calling a hole, man? He said, man, I'm just saying, man, ain't no motherfucking Ramsey can fuck with me. Nobody can fuck with me. He said, come on out. He said, get your gloves. And back then, most dudes who did a lot of fighting, they had them leather riding gloves. That means John Armstrong gonna hurt this dude. He ain't using no boxing gloves. So I asked him, I said, say, man, this dude big, tall as a motherfucker. John Armstrong 6'4". This dude 6'9". I asked him, how you gonna get this long arm, son? He said, man, I'm gonna break him down. He said, I'm gonna break his ass down. That's how I'm gonna get it. He said, now you watch my technique. So we all get around, guys betting money and shit. The guy come on out. I mean, this guy here look like fucking Hercules. Yeah. They take their shirts off and they square up. John Armstrong started moving on it. That dude can move so smooth. What he do, he fight in a lateral movement. When that fight first started, he stayed back off of you. He watching whether you a southpaw, you right-handed, your movement, how you hold your guard, how your feet is spaced apart. That's telling him everything he need to know. That man can fight. I ain't talking about box. This man can fight. He's fighting. Now, it ain't no boxing. No rules in this. There's no rules except they don't allow no wrestling. There's no wrestling. Any way you can beat him standing up, you can do it. Whatever it takes, you can do it. Elbows, everything can go. And he started off, and the dude said, "Don't run, hoe ass nigga. Don't run." John Armstrong just smiled. He always would tell the dudes, "Man, don't never fight mad." He said, "You're going to be fighting with emotion. You ain't going to hurt nobody." He said, "All you're going to be doing is throwing your arms. You ain't going to be putting no power. You ain't going to put the shoulder into the punch." He said, "Don't get mad. Just stay calm." He said, "And you will beat a person to death just being calm." And also, I learned through the years it's always good to be in shape. This man is a workout nut. He got the Herschel Walker workout. He don't lift weights. A lot of the inmate guards were so big and muscular because they go to the infirmary and shoot liquid B12. Then they had free weights, and these guys, man, all of them look like Hercules damn near. He don't do none of that, and he look like Hercules, but he don't lift weights. He say weights slow him down. He don't lift no weights at all. He might punch on that heavy bag, throw 2,000 punches on the heavy bag. Then he do 5,000 push-ups, 5,000 sit-ups. He do his leg workout. This man is in top physical shape. I'm talking strong as hell. So he started out, he weaved on him. He dipped and caught him in the thigh. He hit so hard. He hit him in the thigh. That broke him down. That dude started hobbling. He went down. He went to work on it. I mean, he punished him. But this guy had a homeboy there who he was raised up with. He knew from the outside. Man, you could hear shit breaking on him, breaking his ribs. He didn't hit Johnny Armstrong not one time. He threw some old shit out there and underestimated this guy's speed. And he dip up under it and catch it. It was a wrap. Broke this fool's jaw, broke his rib. And he did something to that thigh when he hit it. This fool couldn't walk. So he was at night. I got to go down to the count room. The lieutenant asked me, he said, he don't want to wake Cat up. You know, he's scared to call over Cat house and wake him up. So he got an ambulance assigned to the Ramsey unit sitting out at the back gate. Inmates drive the ambulance. So I got to call Cat and wake him up. You got to transfer this guy. They can't drive him to the Walls unit. It's too damn far. He hurt so bad. We got to take him to John Seeley, to the prison hospital in John Seeley, in Galveston. So I called Cat. Lucky he wasn't asleep, getting ready to go to sleep. And he said he was sitting out on his patio smoking a cigar. And I tell him this guy done got hurt, and I need to do the paperwork to get him transferred to the Walls. To John Seeley in Galveston. He said, "Go ahead, do the paperwork, sign it, and I'll take care of it in the morning when I get there." I said, "All right." So I go tell, I got to go down here and wake Burr up. Tell Burr, go get the ambulance driver so they can ship this guy out, man. He was messed up. But he pulled a hell of a stunt. When you hurt bad and you make it to the outside prison hospital, they contact your family and tell them that you've been hurt bad in prison. When his family come to visit him, that guy, man, he lied like a son of a gun, but he didn't want to come back to Ramsey. He told him, "Hey, man, I used to be an inmate guard, and the warden turned on me and let these guys beat me up." And man, he was dead bad. So they transferred him. When he come out of the hospital, they transferred him to the Wynn unit, where it's a lot safer. Wynn unit always been safe haven, and ain't nothing gonna happen to you at no Wynn unit. And that was the saga of the robot versus Johnny Armstrong. Johnny Armstrong was a bad man. He don't start no fights. He just finish all of them. He don't start nothing. He never seen him try to big chest guys, take shit from people. I ain't never seen this guy do that. And nobody at this prison can whoop this man. Nobody. The average guy, he can whoop 2 at one time. You can't deal with this man. He got big guns for real. Yeah, that's the saga of Johnny Armstrong versus a robot. Y'all know what it is. I need my likes. Follow me on Patreon. The link will be in the description. Like and subscribe. And I thank you for watching.